In this video, I will be providing you with planners for the directed writing section of paper 2, and there will be 3 different planners, one for letter writing, one for speech, and one for article. The planners will include a section on evaluation to make sure that you don't forget to evaluate. Welcome to English Step by Step. I am Miss Wee, and we will start with the speech planner. So in the introductory paragraph, I would suggest starting with a hook, which could be in the form of a rhetorical question, statistics, anecdote, humor, or proverb. For example, do you know that there are gigantic patches of plastic floating in our oceans and killing our marine animals? So this would draw in your reader's attention. Then greet your audience. Good morning, teachers and friends. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, teachers and parents. You have to know who your audience is. Please refer to your question. And then state the purpose of your speech. For example, I cannot tell you strongly enough how important it is for each and every one of us to play our part in saving our planet. So your purpose is to tell them why we should save our planet and how to do so. So in your first body paragraph, you will pick one idea or a group of ideas from the text that you agree with, and then you provide evaluation by giving reasons why you agree. In your concluding sentence, you should answer the question. So refer to the question. So example, our school can definitely make a difference by doing what? The same thing for second body paragraph, another idea from the text that you agree with. And then evaluation again, and then answer the question. In your third body paragraph and also the fourth one, you will provide counter arguments. If you don't know what counter arguments are, please watch the video on counter arguments. I will put a link here. Some people say or argue or think or believe, and then state an idea from the text that you do not agree with. For example, some people believe that individual efforts are too insignificant to make any difference to the intensifying problem that we are now facing. Then your refutation, provide your evaluation, that is, give reasons why you disagree. And then reaffirm, answer the question. For example, one school could inspire other schools to do the same. And soon the entire country, maybe even the entire world would take part. So the same thing for the fourth body paragraph. And then in your concluding paragraph, I like to end with I hope, thank you. Make sure that you have used ideas from both texts. Don't ignore the one that you do not agree with. So here's an example of a speech that uses the template. I have a video on this, but I have made adjustments to the speech so that it fits nicely into the template. I will put a link up here for you to watch that particular video. So the hook, do you believe that learning within the 4 walls of a classroom is sufficient for your children? Then you greet, good morning, teachers and parents. The audience is stated in the question. Make sure that you refer to the question. The purpose, I'm sure you've all heard about the possibility of our school introducing a student exchange program. I'm excited about it and would like to convince you all that it is a great idea. So in your first body paragraph, we'll start with topic sentence. I'm sure you're all aware of the benefits of such a program. The most obvious one is that students will get to experience new cultures. So here is your evaluation. I don't think I need to tell you that our children live in a different world from us. In this era of rapid globalization, understanding and immersion in other cultures are crucial, not only for our future world peace, but also for one's career advancement. And then you may conclude by saying this exchange program will give our children a head start in life. In the second body paragraph, the same thing. Moreover, students will learn to be more independent, responsible, and resilient. Children nowadays are becoming increasingly coddled and lack the grit, courage, and determination necessary for success later in life. So I'm explaining why I agree with this. I often hear mothers, myself included, complain about their children not even being able to wake up on their own in the mornings. And so this answers the question again. This program would be a rare opportunity for our children to develop their character. So yes, we should have this program in our school. So from the third paragraph onwards, we will do counter arguments. Some people argue that 14-year-olds are too young to be away on their own for so long. Your refutation, do you know what I think? I think that we are projecting our own insecurities onto our children. In the past, 14-year-olds have been known to fulfill important responsibilities in society. Now reaffirm and also answer the question. We need to ease off our helicopter parenting style and put more faith in our children. So indirectly, I'm saying that we should have the program. Another counter argument, you may think that some teachers are worried that the process would be time consuming for them. Refutation, think about this. A teacher's role is to educate. Is education limited to books and classrooms? No, it takes many forms, including trips out of the school and experiences that cannot be obtained from books. And then reaffirm. However, there shouldn't be a comma here. I'm sorry about that. I understand the teacher's burden, and may I suggest that we parents volunteer to fulfill some of the tasks in order to lighten the burden. I, for one, would be happy to do it. So this is not just reaffirming, this is also adding some rhetorical devices that will make it sound more like a speech. So in the concluding paragraph, I usually have I hope and thank you. In this case, I hope that we can all support this program and make it a success for the sake of our children. Thank you. Next one is a letter. A letter starts with salutations, so dear whoever it is, comma, and then greetings. For example, how have you been? It's been a while since we last spoke. And what is the purpose of your writing this letter? So start with an idea from the text that you agree with, and then provide evaluation or reasons why you agree, and then answer the question. Same thing for second body paragraph. In your third body paragraph, you give counter argument. Some people say, argue, think, believe, and state an idea from the text that you do not agree with. So I'm not going to read this because I already did so in the last template. Refutation, provide your evaluation, that is to give reasons why you disagree, and then answer the question. Same for fourth body paragraph. In your concluding paragraph, you can summarize and reiterate your main points and have some pleasantries before you end. For example, I look forward to hearing from you soon, and then sign off. So you can use yours. There should be an S here. Sorry about that. Yours sincerely or yours faithfully if it's a formal letter. Best wishes, kind regards, take care if it's in an informal letter. There are many more options than these. And again, make sure that you've used ideas from both texts. So here's an example. Dear Aunt, it was so nice to hear from you and your plans to go on a space flight. Well, since you asked for my opinion, here it is. There are so many spectacular places to visit on Earth. I think that learning to appreciate Earth will help us truly appreciate space. So why rush? The cost of space travel will decrease over time, making it more prudent to wait. You haven't seen the pyramids of Egypt or the Great Wall of China yet. How about visiting those places first? Sorry, there should be only one O here. So another point that you agree with, let's not forget that space travel is extremely costly, and the funds could be better allocated to more urgent matters, such as eradicating poverty. So this is a point from the passage. You are going to evaluate and say why you agree. Technological progress is commendable, but its benefits are often unevenly distributed. That's not to say we shouldn't explore space, but we must strike the right balance. And answer the question, knowing you, I'm sure you would prefer to see your money going towards more worthy causes. So indirectly, I'm saying not to take that space trip. And now we have the counter arguments in these two paragraphs. Some people believe space ventures will advance the scientific field and bring numerous benefits to Earth. Refutation. Indeed, space technology will eventually translate into technology used on Earth. However, safety issues are likely to persist for a while. And then answer the question. As such, I think it is better to wait till safety issues have been ironed out. I don't want my beloved aunt to be a guinea pig. So it can be more than one sentence. The next counter argument, you may be hoping to get an amazing view of our beautiful planet and perhaps be inspired to protect it. But I think that it is more effective to educate people about the importance of conservation through direct, close-up encounters with nature. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you may enjoy wildlife safaris and forest hikes more than you do a space trip. And to conclude, you could say, all in all, I don't think it's a good idea for you to embark on a space journey. But regardless of your choice, I will be here to support you. And some polite phrases, please let me know what you decide. Can't wait to hear from you. With lots of love from Sarah. So don't forget this part. Lastly, we're going to do a magazine article. The first thing that a magazine needs is a headline. So write a lively, catchy headline. In the introductory paragraph, we have a hook. This is similar to that of a speech. So you can either write a rhetorical question, statistics, anecdote, humor, or proverb, and then provide some context so that your readers understand why this issue matters, and state your purpose. For example, it is paramount for each of us to play our part in saving the planet. So in the first two paragraphs, we're going to evaluate the ideas that we agree with. One idea or a few merged ones from the text that you agree with, provide evaluation, that is reasons why you agree, and then answer the question. Another idea that you agree with, again, provide evaluation and answer the question. And in the third and fourth body paragraphs, we're going to do the counter argument. Some people say argue, think, believe, and state an idea from the text that you do not agree with. Refutation, provide your evaluation. That means to give reasons why you disagree and then answer the question. And the same for the fourth body paragraph. In your concluding paragraph, you could summarize the main points and then have some call to action or closing thought. So encourage readers to do something or end with a thought-provoking statement. Again, make sure that you have used ideas from both texts. So the headline, are experts really experts? Hook, how do we determine if experts truly are experts and should we listen to them? So the context, as young people, we often do not know who to turn to when faced with decisions. The purpose, here are some tips on who you should consult when standing at a forked road. That means a road with two possible ways ahead, or maybe even more. So the first two paragraphs would be addressing the points that you agree with. Why do experts use technical terms like information and hemorrhage? Experts seem to speak a language of their own. So your evaluation, are they trying to show off their knowledge by using technical terms? Their intention seems to be proof that they are above us, better than us, rather than to help us understand. Concluding sentence, if only they realize that this does not serve us, as we may make wrong decisions due to misunderstandings. So this sentence answers the question, which is not to consult experts, and perhaps it's better to consult non-experts. People often view experts as infallible authorities, but having credentials doesn't automatically make someone ethical or trustworthy. Professionals often have personal interests at stake. For instance, a surgeon might recommend surgery over less invasive treatments because it's more financially rewarding. On the other hand, family and friends care about our well-being and understand us better. And then here you answer the question. As such, I believe they can be more reliable sources of advice for personal problems. So my answer is to consult family and friends instead of experts. And now I have the counter arguments. Some people believe that we should not listen to celebrities because they are simple-minded. Refutation, but good looks do not imply an empty brain. For example, Natalie Portman graduated from Harvard, Brian May is an astrophysicist, and Mayim Bialik is a neuroscientist. And then reaffirm, in fact, celebrities can also be experts and dispense valuable advice, such as Oprah Winfrey. Another counter-argument, some argue that we should consult experts because online reviews are unreliable and can erode our critical thinking skills. The refutation is, however, there are more genuine reviews than fake ones. And who is to say that consulting an expert will make us more open to accepting new ideas? Don't we naturally seek those who fit best into our belief systems? And then reaffirm, if we are seeking new perspectives, we may stand a better chance of finding them within a larger group of people rather than from a single expert. In my concluding paragraph, I will summarize. The bottom line is this. It is not important if a person is an expert or not. Who decides if one is an expert anyway? The essential factor is whether the person's intentions are pure. My closing thought is the best strategy is to seek advice from various sources and make our own judgments. Take everything with a pinch of salt and do plenty of research. So that's all for now. If you want me to send you the templates, please leave a message in the comment box below and I will send them to you. I hope that you have found this video very helpful. I have a lot of other videos. Do make sure that you check them out. If you have questions, leave them in the comment box below. And if you want tutoring, you can contact me here. Thank you.